Hello and welcome to Untwisted Threads. In today's video, we're so excited to share some new knitting patterns with you that were released last month in September. While we'd love to be able to include all of the new patterns released in September, these are just a few that stood out to us. Today's list includes 10 patterns of all skill levels, yarn weights, and has a theme. They're all colorwork patterns. They're in no particular order, so let's get started. The first pattern is my own design, the Faye sweater, or as my husband calls it, the s'more sweater because of my color choices. Okay, I'll be honest, I'm cheating with this one because it actually came out today, October 3rd, but I was too excited not to share it with you. It comes in 10 sizes with finished bust measurements ranging from 36 to 72 inches and recommends 4 to 10 inches of positive ease. It suggests using a US 4 and 7 or 3.5 and 4.5 millimeter needle size and 2 strands of fingering held together or 1 strand of DK weight yarn to meet gauge. This seamless top-down knit is worked in the round, creating a smooth fabric that highlights the color pattern. It features a 3-color design across the yoke and optional short row shaping. It comes in 2 versions, including colorwork charts, offering options to suit your style preferences. Perfect for layering on crisp days, it combines a classic colorwork style with easy, comfortable wearability. The second pattern is Northerly by Jessica McDonald. It comes in 12 sizes with finished bust measurements ranging from 35.5 to 70.25 inches and recommends 6 to 12 inches of positive ease. It suggests using a US 5 and 7 or 3 3/4 and 4.5 millimeter needle size and a worsted weight yarn to meet gauge. It is knit seamlessly from the top down. The pattern uses short rows to shape the shoulders, joins the front and back, and continues the body in the round. The thicker yarn and simple colorwork stripe detail make it a great beginner-friendly pattern if you're wanting to dip your toes into colorwork. The third pattern is the Mile Marker Pullover by Meghan Monroe. It comes in 9 sizes with finished bust measurements ranging from 34 to 72 inches and recommends positive ease. It suggests using a US 6 or 4 millimeter needle size and a DK weight yarn to meet gauge. It is an oversized boucle colorwork sweater, worked seamlessly from the top down using raglan construction. The edges are finished with ribbing and the colorful stripes give it a retro fleece pullover vibe. The fourth pattern is the Freydis mini sweater by Sjösvärd. It comes in 7 sizes, ages from 9 months to 5 years, with finished bust measurements ranging from 22 to 28 inches and recommends positive ease. It suggests using a US 2.5 to 4 or 3 to 3.5 millimeter needle size and a sport weight yarn to meet gauge. It is knit from the top down with a colorwork yoke. After the yoke, there are a few raglan increases done with short rows. The body and sleeves are knit in the main color. The fifth pattern is the Old Compass Sweater by Trin-Annelie. It comes in 9 sizes with finished bust measurements ranging from 33 3/4 to 65.5 inches and recommends 4 to 8 inches of positive ease. It suggests using a US 1.5 to 4 or 2.5 and 3.5 millimeter needle size and a fingering weight yarn to meet gauge. It is a seamless raglan pullover worked top down, starting with a provisional cast on in short rows to shape the neckline. The colorwork is charted for each size and includes the body and sleeves. The neck is finished with a folded neckband and you can choose between short or long sleeves. If you like new, free knitting patterns and want to feel 6 samples of yarn every single month, consider supporting us on Patreon. And as a bonus, we'll give you the first month for free. The link is in the description. Back to the patterns, the 6th pattern is the Your Sweater by Ferdigstrikka. It comes in 7 sizes with finished bust measurements ranging from 37 to 52 inches and recommends positive ease. It suggests using a US 4 and 7 or 3.5 and 4.5 millimeter needle size and an Aran weight yarn to meet gauge. It is a colorful raglan design knitted from the bottom up in the round using 5 colors. The edges are finished with ribbing. The 7th pattern is Hark by Lopamunstur. It comes in 10 sizes with finished bust measurements ranging from 32.5 to 55.5 inches and recommends positive ease. It suggests using a US 10 and 10.5 or 6 and 6.5 millimeter needle size and a bulky weight yarn to meet gauge. It's a traditional Icelandic Lopamunstur sweater worked from the bottom up in the round and uses 4 colors. It features color work across the yoke and smaller details at the hem and cuffs. The pattern also has a slim fit and a shorter body length. If you prefer a wider fit, you could consider sizing up. The 8th pattern is the Brigid sweater by Meghan Haughton. It comes in 9 sizes with finished bust measurements ranging from 34 to 56 inches and recommends 10 to 11 3/4 inches of positive ease. It suggests using a US 4 and 7 or 3.5 and 4.5 millimeter needle size and a worsted weight yarn to meet gauge. It is a drop shoulder sweater worked from the top down with saddle shoulders and a seamless transition to the sleeves. The neckband is finished with the choice of a regular or double folded collar, and options for a regular or split hem and wide or tapered sleeves are provided. It features bands of colorwork separated by a section of stockinette in the main color and a single row of colorwork providing a break between the Fair Isle motifs. The 9th pattern is the Peatlands sweater by Cheryl Mokhtari. It comes in 11 sizes with finished bust measurements ranging from 37 1/4 to 67 1/4 inches and recommends positive ease. It suggests using a US 2.5 to 7 or 3 to 4.5 millimeter needle sizes and a sport weight yarn held together with a lace weight to meet gauge. It is worked from the top down with a circular yoke featuring a simple and traditional colorwork design, and bound off using the Italian bind-off technique. The pattern includes an option to work short rows after the stranded knitting to tilt the yoke forward, shaping the neckline without distorting the colorwork. The 10th pattern is Mary by Francesco Knits. It comes in 6 sizes with finished bust measurements ranging from 44.5 to 64 inches and recommends positive ease. It suggests using a US 3, 6, and 7 or 3 1/4, 4, and 4.5 millimeter needle size and a DK weight yarn to meet gauge. It features drop shoulders and only 2 colors with a band of colorwork across the body and sleeves. I would say this could be an adventurous beginner to intermediate colorwork knitting pattern. What patterns do you have on your to knit list? We would love to hear about them in the comments below. And if you enjoyed today's video, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time.